Hi everybody, welcome back to this channel. I'm Leila. In the last video we covered the first half of topic 1 from Mat Clark IELTS Writing books, and in this video we are diving into the rest of the topic 1 where I share more tips, grammar points and collocations to help you get closer to Band 8 Plus. If you haven't watched the first video, please make sure to check it out to don't miss any important point. Let's improve your writing together. And we start with third paragraph. Understanding a culture has other implications. The topic sentence starts and uses the present tense to state the general truth. Other implication signals there is more than one effect, more than one results. And implication means results, effects, or consequences. It means when people try to learn different cultures, it doesn't just help us to communicate or build relationships or solve problems. And we continue. Differences in social background, cultural values, and religious belief might make the discrepancy of foreigners and locals on some issues indelible. We have perfect collocations for the topic of culture and tourism, like social background, cultural values, and religious belief. And might here shows that possibility. Make the discrepancy. Discrepancy means a noticeable difference or inconsistency between two things that should match or be similar. We have some synonyms for discrepancy like mismatch, conflict, inconsistency, or difference. And those verbs that collocate with discrepancy like explain or account for. When there is a discrepancy, those involved may need to explain or provide some reasons for it. And solve discrepancy or point out discrepancy. For example, the manager pointed out the discrepancy between two sales reports. And another advanced vocabulary here is indelible. Indelible means permanent or hard to fix or erase or wash away. It is more common that use indelible for memories or marks. An indelible pencil, making marks that cannot be removed. Indelible memories, it's impossible to forget, but it's better to use instead of indelible, hard to overcome or deep-rooted here. The differences, those discrepancies that arise from the differences in, for example, cultural comprehension is hard to erase, is hard to fix. We continue. The higher interaction, however, the higher interaction, the higher level of communication and understanding. We use, however, to show transition. It shows contrast between two opposing ideas. The previous idea was cultural differences cause misunderstanding, and the next idea that is those interaction we can improve understanding. With opposing idea, we can use a powerful word like however here to show the contrast between them. The higher structures. It's really powerful grammar form. The higher, the more A, the more B, the more travel. The more people travel, the more they can understand each other. And the better version would be the more interaction there is, the greater the level of communication and mutual understanding. After writing topic sentence and providing explanations, we should use an example, a real life example like here. Arabians, for example, used to consider Westerners as their foes. Arabians used to consider, they once viewed Western people as their foes. Foes is a formal word for enemies. it's better to use Arab or Arab people instead of Arabians. Arabians once viewed them as their foes in the past, but their perception has changed. And the phrase used to is used to describe past action that no longer exists, no longer happens. Be careful not to confuse used to with be used to. Used to plus base verb. For example, I used to play volleyball, but don't do that anymore. Think of it like this. I did often before, but not now. But be used to. Be used to when there is a condition that is really normal for you. It's not a demanding task. It's not strange or difficult for you. And you are familiar with something. You are comfortable with that, we can use it. And the structure of it is be used to plus gerund or noun. I'm used to waking up late. It means it's really easy for me. It's like a piece of cake. It's not strange for me to wake up early. I'm used to studying late. It's normal for me. Okay, and are you used to speaking English every day? Please write the answer below. We continue. Now they have concrete relations with their Western allies in many fields. They have concrete relations. Concrete relations means solid, real, and active relations, not just formal talks. Those involved with active collaborations. I mean not just a handshake or some friendly words. You know, when people work closely to each other, they collaborate with each other, they cooperate closely, politically, militarily, and they try to be an active cooperation and connection, we can use concrete relations. The synonyms for concrete relations: tangible relations, solid partnerships, or active or practical connections, established or, for example, deep-rooted connections. And Western allies. Western allies refers to countries that are politically aligned. When some countries or groups support each other politically, economically, and they are really close, they work closely to each other, and they consider as a strategic partners, they become allies or they become strategic partners. It's not good to use them, name them some friends, being friends, because friends in some situation like each others. But allies work together even when they don't like each other. And some countries that cooperate with Arab nation on shared fields. Here in this sentence. In the initial stage, their divergence seemed inherent, but over time, with better mutual understanding, they take the same position on many issues. Let's make this sentence come alive. Imagine two countries that used to be totally different. They were on opposing sides, and at first they felt natural. But with the passing of time, their perspective has changed. And that's what their divergence seemed inherent means. But with the passing of time, they began to talking, learning, listening, and boom, mutual understanding grew. And they began to stand side by side, agreeing on different things that they never used to. And that's mean they take the same position over time, with the passing of time, as time goes by, as time flies by. Should I use present tense or present perfect here with over time? Use both, depending on what you are emphasizing. If you want to show some changes, definitely it would be better to use present perfect. I have taken the same possession. They have taken the same possession. Like here, it would be better to use present perfect because it shows the changes that still matters now. Okay, we finished this paragraph and we have to have a good transition between two paragraphs. A good transition, a perfect transition, often one, refers back to the previous idea, mutual understanding and those changes. Two, introduce contrast. It's not easy like a piece of cake to use also nevertheless, but it is essential depending on your meaning. And third, the third point leads smoothly to shift focus. Problems that visitors may create at first. Take this as an example. Also, improved mutual understanding can often eventually bridge the cultural gaps. The early stages of interaction are often marked by confusion or a fan, especially when visitors unknowingly ignore local cultures. You know, we use also to show contrast, and it helps you to see how cohesion works between ideas. Okay, we have seen how mutual understanding improves over time. And what happens? We should shift the focus. What happens at the beginning of that journey, especially when tourists enter new culture? It's not always smooth sailing. Okay, we can continue with the next paragraph. Undeniably, it is likely that in some resorts, foreign visitors repel the local community with their scant regard for the local environment and conventions when they first arrive. Starting with undeniably tells the reader it's not up for debate. It's solid, it's clear, it's a linking word that introduces a new idea with certainty. And it shows making strong agreement. We have perfect synonyms and excellent synonyms for undeniably, unquestionably, undoubtedly. There is no doubt. It is clear that. It is likely that. It is likely that when you want to make a formal prediction or making a conclusion or analyzing a trend, you can use it is likely that. Instead of saying I think tourists may cause problems, it would be better to say it is likely that tourists may cause problems. Sounds more academically, right? And it is likely that can have two structures. One structure is with that for general statements. It is likely that plus subject plus verb. It is likely that tourists will grow in the future. And the second structure with that, subject plus is likely to plus verb. If you already have a subject like government, students, locals, you can use the structures. The government is likely to invest more in education. Young tourists are likely to ignore local cultures. When you want to show probability, we can use powerful synonyms instead of it is likely that, is likely that. Like is prone to, is susceptible to. Is prone to means has a tendency, and it is used for negative or risky situations. Young tourists are prone to ignoring local laws. And be careful, it is great for discussing risk, error, and behavior patterns. Is susceptible to, is perfect, means easily affected by, often used for influences, emotions, and disease. Some young people are susceptible to different types of cancers, It can boost your lexical resource. Okay, we continue. Repel and scant regard. They are not just showing advanced vocabularies. They are demonstrating precision and tone control. Two things that most examiners love them. Repel means push someone away emotionally or physically because of unpleasant behaviors. When you write visitors repel the local community, is more sophisticated than saying visitors annoy locals or bother them. And scant regard for. Scant regard for means little respect or attention paid to something. It's really perfect, and you can impress the examiner by using this perfect and astonishing vocabulary. Okay, we continue. However, it should be noted that the most offense is accidental rather than intentional. Those visitors unintentionally upset the local, not on purpose, not out of disrespect. Instead, it's a powerful to focus on something else, to shift your idea. You can use instead. It should be noted that. Is in passive word. It is dummy subject, not a real subject. Should is a modal verb, and the passive sentence structure is to be plus past participle. Like this example. I wash my car is an active verb, but my car is washed. Food is served. Food is cooked. Mobile phone is used. To be plus past participle. The subject receives action, not doing action. It doesn't matter who is doing the action. Simply because instead visitors disobey rules and conventions simply because they have no knowledge of them. Disobey rules. We can try different words like violate regulations, disrespect some laws, or act against the law, offend some rules, some social norms. And simply because it's really perfect to use it, and it shows the direct and uncomplicated reasons. Simply because means merely because, only because. This situation is expected to be improved with the passing of time when visitors from different countries increase their knowledge of a local culture. This situation is expected to be improved. We don't say who expects, locals, government, it doesn't matter. And this is in passive voice. With the passing of time, over time, as time flies by. Okay, we start the conclusion. Conclusion is really important because it is the last chance to make a final impression on examiners. And you can wrap your essay up with a perfect and well-structured conclusion. The strong conclusion doesn't include any new ideas. You should just restate your idea. According to the above analysis, we can observe that the increase in the international travel should not be taken as the cause of any conflict. According to the above analysis, we start the conclusion with this beautiful phrase, according to the above analysis, based on what has discussed earlier. You can gather whatever idea that you have entire essay with this sentence, and after that you restate your ideas, your opinions. Alternatively, one should recognize its role in improving mutual understanding between two countries. Alternative is a high-level connector. It shows you have another way of thinking. Instead of think A, that travels cause conflict, think B, that it helps mutual understanding. And mutual understanding means shared understanding between two sides. Thanks for joining me and subscribing. In the last video, I'll explore the topic 2, all about international media.